Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you my opinion on all 32 teams in the National Football League for this video. If you are a reoccurring viewer, there's nothing in my hand. There is no mic right here. There's no mic over here. There's no mic behind me. There's a mic right here that plugs into my phone. This was created in 2018. It's the big 2026, and I've made a YouTube video pretty much every day for like 5 years. Never knew that existed. It appears to be good, which is a complete game changer because first off I had this Rode mic, and this attaches to my phone because I don't own a camera. So this attaches to my phone, but this is only so long, so I have to kind of hunch over like this in all of my YouTube videos. Hopefully that's over. I'm not fully sure. Our last video on this channel was 1 week ago, and it was a pretty long video, and I said the first 3 minutes was kind of like this pity party sob fest, and I got two comments. One guy said, I like the sports, maybe throw highlights in it. The issue is I'm not an editor, and I hate editing. That's just not the way I live my life. And the other guy said, stop fucking thinking about it and just do it. So we're gonna take both of those into consideration. But I like opinion videos like this for my favorite YouTubers, and I want to deploy it on this side channel because I'm still not really sure what the heck to do with this channel because I'm doing this content over on Will Upton. It's not working, and I should probably change it, but it's a lot of football to just be talking football all day, and I want to do more opinion videos like this. And then I was thinking, man, like, I love sports, I love football, but I do love sports as well. Maybe some other topics, I'm not really sure. We're just kind of workshopping this channel because I just love YouTube. But yeah, I want to give an opinion, so we're just gonna do it. We're going in alphabetical order. I've got a Pro Football Network alphabetical chart right here to my left, and I'm just gonna go off the top of my head because it's 12:30. Just pounded a coffee, going to the gym in about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and yeah, it's showtime. The day has began. So the Arizona Cardinals are the first team. I really liked the LaFleur hire. Not a huge fan of Jacoby Brissett heading into this upcoming season. I guess we do still have the draft, so I probably will revisit a video like this once the draft has concluded, before OTAs and like the actual dead period. There was a viral tweet that went viral, and they were like, this dead period in the NFL sucks, and it's like, brother, March is supposed to be an up and coming month. June and July in the NFL business is so freaking bleak. So I don't love the Jacoby Brissett move. Cardinals fans don't love when I say that because they think he's a capable quarterback. He is a fully capable quarterback. I'm not a fan of the whole Miami Dolphin arc and the Cardinal arc where you are literally not trying to be a competitive team this upcoming season. And I fully understand the industry and the business and the way it works. And when I play Madden, I do the same damn thing if I'm going to a rebuilding team. Actually, I make it fun. I'm going to trade for some sneaky, speedy, rookie, fourth-round quarterback. Besides the point, not a huge fan of uncompetitive teams. But there still is a draft, so Jacoby might not be the day one starter, but it appears that's the way it's going to be. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I did like that hire. I'm excited about their run game this upcoming season, and I'm excited for Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, Michael Wilson. They've got a really fun offense as far as weaponry goes, and now they're missing a quarterback. They had Kyler, and I guess their quarterback is in next year's class, which I just kind of hate when teams do that. The Atlanta Falcons, another precarious situation. I keep my take since Tua got picked up there. I don't remember if he got traded or just signed. I think he just signed because he's on a league minimum, right? My initial take was that Tua would be the day one starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. I've been watching a lot of Michael Penix tape because there's not much Michael Penix tape. It's only 12 total games, only 12 total starts. Maybe it's like 14 games, 12 starts. There's some really bad games in there, and I love watching bad games on film because I want to see you at your lowest. Penix's tape doesn't look the best. A lot of Falcons fans come to his side with like coaching and play calling. Same thing happened over in Minnesota. So non-playoff teams hate their play calling. Green Bay Packers fans hate their play calling. Every team hates their play calling, And Atlanta, whoever wins the quarterback battle is interesting. They're both lefties. A lot of Falcons fans are always commenting on my videos saying their OC last year didn't put into consideration that their quarterback is a lefty. I don't know. I'm not fully enamored by the Atlanta Falcons. I love the Kevin Stefanski hire. He probably shouldn't have been fired from the Cleveland Browns. He's had a really interesting come up story. He was with Minnesota for so long. It was the coach for Cleveland for like the last 5 seasons. He had an interesting story. We're like 6 minutes in. I'm on my second team. Kevin Stefanski went to Minnesota and he was coached there for like 13 years or whatever. Finally gets a head coaching gig with the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield's their quarterback. They have a phenomenal season. They win the most. They made the playoffs for like the first time in a decade. They had their best record since like 2002, and it was COVID. So Kevin Stefanski gets COVID during the wild card game, and I honestly think they win and then lose the next week. But honestly, maybe they lose it. Either way, Kevin Stefanski in his first ever coaching wildcard game got shafted with COVID because he tested positive and was not able to coach it. And then ever since then, Cleveland has just gone downhill. They moved off of Baker Mayfield, and they haven't had a quarterback. And I love Kevin Stefanski. I love that hire. Really fun offense. They've got some pieces on defense. They've been pretty active in free agency. Should be an interesting year. But just if history is any indication, we're looking at probably another 7-10 Atlanta Falcons season. I'm going to go quicker because we're 7 minutes in. I'm going to group the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills together. Buffalo, Josh Allen needs more wide receivers. I can't believe it's March 26th. I'm still saying this. They actually made a move and they traded for DJ Moore. And it's fine right now. It's fine. I'll give them the draft because I'm sure they're going to draft a wide receiver. It's a fine offense. Fine wide receiver room, but the Buffalo Bills, I did not like the Joe Brady promotion because here's the nitty gritty of Joe Brady. Does not appear to be this elegant play caller. Does not appear to be that. So it's kind of weird. I don't think Sean McDermott should have been fired, but he did get fired, and now Joe Brady's the head coach. But I still think they need offense. Baltimore, I've liked a lot of their moves. They lost Tyler Linderbaum to the Las Vegas Raiders. They were going to trade for Max Crosby, and then they switched up to Trey Hendrickson, which he's not as good as Max Crosby. He has injury concerns as well. I'm kind of anticipating another underwhelming year from Baltimore, but maybe their coaching change-up is exactly what they needed. Maybe the same thing applies to the Buffalo Bills. Carolina Panthers, today's video on this channel was actually supposed to be a I don't trust Bryce Young video, but I did not finish my film study, so probably post that maybe even on Will Upton or on this channel in the next couple of days once I conclude with that. I like the Jalen Phillips. I loved the Devin Lloyd pickups for Carolina. I'm not a huge Dave Canales guy. Here's the thing. Dave Canales cheated on his wife. I struggle with this in YouTube videos and stuff because Dave Canales has had like a really interesting life where I think he had like big booze problems. He had like, it appeared as if he was like this serial cheater, and his wife stuck by him, and I think they have kids, and it's just like crazy. I think Dave wrote a book about it. It's just insane, and Dave Canales is a cheater. And you can have whatever opinion you want on it. I'm surprised it's never really been discussed in the NFL world. So I'm not really sold on Dave Canales as a head coach. I'm not sold on Dave Canales as a play caller. I'm not sold on Bryce Young as a franchise QB. But they did need to do the thing on defense. They do need to see another year of Bryce Young. They do need to see another year of Dave Canales. He just brought him to the playoffs, so his job is safe. But I don't know if you get the gist here. Like, I don't fully trust the 8-9 NFC South Carolina Panther division winners. I still just don't fully trust the team. I do love the 2 defensive moves that they made in Lloyd and Phillips, but I'm still just not sold on them. Chicago Bears, really annoying team. Kobe Bryant was a great move. Who's the obvious one? Devin Bush was a great move. The Bears defense, I know they need some safeties. They need that defensive back room got a little bit weaker. Maybe not because Kobe Bryant's in town, but they lost Kevin Byard. I hate the Bears because they seem so good to me. I think they're going to do something crazy. Something crazy is going to happen for the Bears in the offseason, whether it's a trade before the draft, whether it's a draft trade, whether it's just a draft pick, whether it's some big free agent signing like Bosa or Jadeveon Clowney. I think they're going to do something. They're not having this quiet. It hasn't even been that quiet of an offseason for Chicago by any means. Very different than last year because the headliner was Ben Johnson. And now it's just about rounding out their roster and improving the issues they needed to improve from last year and continue to make Caleb Williams better and make the offense better. I have nothing bad to say about the Chicago Bears. Cincinnati Bengals, great offseason. Loving all their defensive moves. Brian Cook, Boye Mafe, missing the most recent one. Loving these defensive moves. I've been watching some Joe Burrow film from this past year because the guy is still so freaking good. He's so good. You got T. Higgins, you got Chase Brown, you got Jamar Chase, you got the weapons on offense. Joe's probably going to have the best offensive line he's ever had this upcoming season, although I feel like I say that sometimes in off seasons. But it really does appear that Joe Burrow is going to have his best offensive line he's ever had and an improved defense and Al Golden, their defense coordinator, entering year 2. They should be much better. I would think like 13-4. I don't even think that's crazy. Maybe 12-5, 11-6 if you're that concerned about that defense. I expect great things from the Cincinnati Bengals this year. Cleveland's so annoying. I think Todd Monken's a great hire. The Baltimore offense is fun, man. It's creative. It's intricate. It's different. Todd Monken's ran this different offense with Baltimore and Lamar Jackson. I've always been so big on Shedeur Sanders. It looks like they're going in a different direction, whether it's this year or next year, whether it's Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback. Myles Garrett still. I honestly don't have too many firm opinions on the Cleveland Browns, other than I like the hire of Todd Monken. That's really it. Dallas just made a Cowboys video over on Will Upton, if you want to check that out, a couple of days ago. Their defense still isn't fixed, but their defense is vastly improved. You know, Rashawn Gary, former Green Bay Packer, he's very inconsistent, but their defense is much better than it was a year ago. And you've got one of the best wide receiver rooms in George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Dakota Prescott's coming off a good season. He's coming back healthy. Brand new head coach Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, you either love the hire or you absolutely hate the hire. I love the hire. He's a winner. He wins. Broncos made a Broncos video yesterday. I think the Davis Webb offensive coordinator, play caller promotion is huge. I think that and Jalen Waddle is really all you need to know about the Broncos offseason so far. They've lost some guys. John Franklin Myers comes to my mind right off the top of my head. And that is a big loss. We'll see next couple of weeks of free agency, and then the draft's pretty much a month away. Maybe it's 5 or 6 weeks away, but it's 4 to 6 weeks away. We're less than a month and a half away from the draft. So Denver's not quite done. Loved the Jalen Waddle trade. We've talked about it so many times. But Davis Webb is really where I saw it happen. Detroit Lions. Cade Mays fixes the offensive line. I made a Lions video recently too. The Seahawks 1 year ago had a huge flaw on their offensive line, on their interior offensive line, and it was kind of at left guard. And there was this player named Grey Zabel who was often mocked at the end of the first round of the Seattle Seahawks, or I think it was like pick 18 is what they had. And he was either going to Seattle at pick 18 or whatever they had because they went 10-7 and mixed the playoffs, or he was going at the end of the first round. And so in every pre-Seahawk or pre-draft Seahawks video I made, I would say, draft Grey Zabel. They drafted Grey Zabel. He can play anywhere on the offensive line. He can play all 5 positions on the offensive line, and he fixes it. Their tackles stayed healthy. Their center played good. He won in the battle in camp. Right guard Anthony Bradford was good enough. I view it similar to Cade Mays with Grey Zabel, where I just think Cade Mays solves their center issues. He solves their offensive line issues. Got to keep in mind, the center is the point guard of the offensive line. He's the quarterback of the offensive line. Very important for communication, timing, chemistry, all that stuff. I think Cade Mays in Detroit is money, and they're just going to be a better team in general next year. But I've really been urging people to not sell their Lions stock and to buy more because they've been really underwhelming for 2 straight seasons, and I do think that's about to change. Then we've got the Packers. I haven't really loved my Packers offseason so far. I am a little bit worried about our run defense. I don't think we have a wide receiver 1 on the roster. I know Packers fans are always telling me it's Matthew Golden. I agree. I hope it's Matthew Golden. I don't want to take that gamble quite yet, but this was a bad free agent wide receiver class. We don't have a first-round draft pick. Nothing else you can really do. Javon Hargrave on the defense. Not a huge fan of that. Lost Quay Walker. That's going to be a little bit of a different team. Lost Jeff Hafley, defensive coordinator. But Mike will be back eventually. He'll be healthy. I expect Green Bay to be similar of what they were last year. And hopefully the defensive coordinator change and some defensive changes get us over the hump. And hopefully Jordan Love can just stay healthy. But honestly, as a Packers fan, I don't really see or feel all too much different than last year, which isn't a negative thing because I know Jordan Love's a capable Super Bowl quarterback. I know we've got a good enough roster. I know we're a top 10 team in the NFL, in my opinion. And I think they do a good job drafting and finding talent. I don't know. There's some guys like Baron Sorrell that I like that are going to get more opportunities. I just feel the same way about how I always have with Green Bay. Houston, I plan on doing a deep dive of CJ Stroud. This is like the best time to watch film because teams are changing. It's free agency. It's like 5 months until we have live actual NFL football. It's a really good time to watch film. I want to do a deep dive on CJ Stroud and just kind of see what we have here because he's going to get his contract extended. It's probably going to be around it's probably going to be over $50 million a year. They're going to pay it to him as they should, but then it makes everything more complicated. Will Anderson Jr.'s got to get paid. Guys got to get paid. CJ's got to get paid first and foremost, and then it makes the rest of the roster, the money, get more complicated. But they've won 3 straight playoff games. CJ Stroud's won 3 straight wildcard games in all 3 years of his NFL career. Great defense still, but I need to see this team make a conference championship game. I need to see it. I have to see it. Indianapolis, to be honest with you, I don't trust Daniel Jones. I don't trust a lick of Daniel Jones. I don't trust a lick of him. I don't make any Colts videos ever. I should, and probably just talk about how I don't trust him. I don't trust Daniel Jones at all. I knew they weren't winning the division. I did not know Daniel Jones was going to go down with an injury, but they didn't win the division. Jacksonville did, and Houston was right behind them, and Indianapolis ended up missing the playoffs, and they were like 8-2 at one point, or 6-2 at one point. In the first 8 weeks of the season, anytime I would talk Colts, I would say, I don't think they're winning the division. I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. It's exactly what happens. Daniel Jones went down with an injury. I mean, if you're a Colts fan, how do you feel? I don't know. It doesn't feel like that special of a team. Jonathan Taylor's one superstar stud. I don't trust Daniel Jones. Jacksonville's a little complicated, man. I won't lie to you. They're a little complicated. They got shafted by their former GM, Trent Baalke. They can't do anything right now. They have been handcuffed. They have so much dead cap. It's like $50 million in dead cap. They can't do anything. They really can't do anything. And I ranted about this a couple of days ago, maybe a week or two ago on Will Upton, because I was saying, I see so many Jacksonville fans saying, what the hell are we doing? You can't do anything. Your GM effed you. So they're going to make it work. New running back. Travis is now with the New Orleans Saints. A little bit different. Their wide receiver room is loaded. Travis Hunter, second pick in the draft, is coming back. He's healthy. Going to play a little bit on both sides. They lost one of the best linebackers in the NFL last season in Devin Lloyd. That's not going to be easy to replace. It's not going to be easy to replicate. I don't see the Jacksonville Jaguars going 13-4 next season. If I had to give you a prediction, I would think somewhere between 9-8 and 11-6. And then next year is going to be the year where they're just trying to stay afloat right now. Kansas City, fuck you. I don't want to talk Chief football. Ken Walker, great move. They've lost a lot of pieces. Patrick Mahomes is not fully healthy. I think in a different way with Jacksonville, I don't know. I honestly don't know. They have Patrick Mahomes. They have Travis Kelce. They've got all these guys. They've got first-round draft picks. But they just revamped their whole cornerback room again like they do every 2 years. I wouldn't fade the Chiefs. I bet they make the playoffs. I don't know how many games Mahomes is playing. I don't know how many games he's supposed to play. I bet you they make the playoffs. They're a good team. Las Vegas, Clint Kubiak, huge. Fernando Mendoza, huge. Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Tyler Linderbaum is huge. I expect competency from Las Vegas this upcoming season. Would be shocked if it resulted in playoff play because I'm not sure how Fernando is going to look as a rookie. Not huge on their wide receiver room either. Still a work in progress, but much better than they were when the season ended. We've got the Chargers. I like Chargers offensive line. You know, it's kind of boring. The Chargers offense or the Chargers offseason so far has been kind of boring, but they're doing and they're addressing their trenches, which is hardball football. It's clearly what they needed last year because of dire injuries. They are a very good team. I think Herbert's a very good quarterback, and it's time to get over the hump. Time to stay healthy, get that offensive line in check, and win playoff games. At least win a playoff game. Los Angeles Rams, I don't have too much here. They're so good. They're so annoying. They're so good. I hate the Los Angeles Rams offseason. Thank goodness the Seahawks just won a Super Bowl. It's been really annoying. They're a great team. They got Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson. That's unbelievable. Their biggest issue, their biggest weakness, the reason the Los Angeles Rams didn't win the Super Bowl last year, it's now a top 10 unit in the NFL. It's terrifying. Miami, I don't know what you're doing. I honestly don't know what the Dolphins are doing. Jeff Hafley's a pretty uninspiring hire. They've gotten rid of every defensive player they have. They've gotten rid of so many players. They just traded Jalen Waddle. I don't know who Malik Willis is throwing to. Malik Willis is the starting quarterback. I mean, there's just so many issues in Miami. It's going to be a bad year. They're just going to try and find their pieces, try and find them through the draft, kind of similar to the Jets that we'll talk about in a second. But I'm not really buying this whole Dolphin thing. I don't. Hafley and Willis and everything they've done, it just doesn't look like this upcoming season. Maybe long term it works out if they ever find their QB after Tua. I don't think it's gonna be Willis. I don't think Hafley. I don't think he's gonna do too well in this upcoming year. Minnesota. The reason I bought this mic, I can't remember. We're 22 minutes into this video. What's up? How are you guys doing? If you're watching this, you F with it, and I appreciate you. I did a whole Vikings video with this microphone. This microphone didn't work, so I bought this thing that you're listening to right now. I made a whole Vikings video, and at like 8 o'clock when I was editing it, I was like, oh, I can't even post this. This is unusable. So I just talked Minnesota. I'm so done with the JJ. They're turning him into Justin Fields. Vikings fans, you guys are so annoying about this. Like, just admit you're wrong. Be excited about Kyler. Stop talking about JJ. Like, we'll wait and see what his future brings. If he's on the roster week 1, which I'm not sure he will be, but I guess he is, he will play a game. I think he'll probably play a game for Minnesota this upcoming season. I don't think it'll be Wentz. I think it would be JJ. His career's not done, but it's Kyler time. He gives them the best chance to win. Brian Flores getting this defense back on track. They got rid of Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, 2 players that made their defense significantly worse. Had some fun. James Pierre in the defensive back room. They might get a safety in the first round. That Brian Flores defense could be really good next season. And the Kevin O'Connell, Kyler Murray offense, I think, is going to be really good next season. Minnesota's a contender for sure. New England, they are doing their best to not be the Washington Commanders, where you have this young QB, first, second-year guy, overperform, overexceed, make the conference championship game, and then obviously Jaden Daniels got injured all year last year, and that was the big reason for Washington not being good. But their defense also sucked, and their defense sucked this time last year, and we saw the writing on the wall. Don't feel that way with New England, which is good, and excited to watch Drake May and the New England Patriots next season. Not too much there. Saints loving the offseason. David Edwards, one of the biggest moves of free agency. They got Travis Etienne or Travis A-Chain or Travis A-Chan, however you say his name now, because he's French. Really fun. Tyler Shuck. They've got the 8th overall pick. It's going to be really fun. I've just been talking so much Saints that I'm kind of saying it out. The New York Giants, I need to do a Giants video. I haven't talked about the Giants since they picked up Harbaugh, which I liked it. I love Dart. I love Cam. I love Malik Neighbors. It's a really fun offense. Their defense is pretty underrated. Brand new coach, new coordinators. Wouldn't surprise me if the New York Giants were a playoff team if Jackson Dart can stay healthy this season. I'm starting to get really not into this anymore. We're going to rapid fire. New York Jets, they have a lot of draft picks. They have 2 first-round picks. It looks like Ty Simpson's going to get drafted there, and we'll see him play this upcoming year, and I think he's going to be the franchise quarterback. Defense is way better. It's way better. The Jets might not be the worst team in the NFL next year. Philadelphia, I've never understood the Philly hate. I really don't get it. I like Nick Sirianni. I like Jalen Hurts. I like Saquon Barkley. I'm not really sure what A.J. Brown trade is up in the air. I guess we'll kind of wait and see with Philly, but they still have a really good defense, and as much as I hate watching them play football, they're always really good. They're always a good team. Pittsburgh loved their offseason as well, as long as Aaron Rodgers comes back. San Francisco, really fun offseason for you guys as well, man. I feel like football is better when San Francisco is good, and they made it work last year, and they got embarrassed by Seattle. They're healthier this upcoming season, and they're better from free agency. Should be a really fun time watching San Fran football next year. Seattle, I was initially a little concerned about Seattle, and I'm not concerned at all. They have so much talent. They have so much depth. They re-signed Drake Thomas. They re-signed Josh Jobe. They re-signed Shaheed. They did what they could. They did what they had to do. They let go who they had to let go. The Super Bowl tax, man, the Super Bowl price, they still look very good to me. They are the best drafted team in the NFL right now. No concerns in Seattle. Tampa Bay, concern. I'm worried about Tampa. I'm definitely worried about Tampa. I'm excited for Bucky Irving to be healthy. I'm excited for Baker Mayfield and Chris Godwin to be healthy. Cade Otton, Jalen McMillan, Emeka Egbuka sophomore campaign. Very surprised Mike Evans is no longer a Buck. I think their defense improved. Saw Levante just retired, heck of a career. But Alex Anzalone was a great move. Really fun secondary with defensive pieces like Jacob Parrish and Benjamin Morrison. But not feeling anything too crazy with Tampa. Tennessee, can't wait. You've had a great offseason. You've had such a good offseason. Robert Saleh, Brian Dable, all these defensive moves in free agency. I think Tennessee is going to be a competent team this upcoming year, 7 to 10 wins. And then finally, Washington. I'm really done with this video. I can't wait to watch a healthy Jaden Daniels. Their defense is so much better. I still don't think they're quite there yet. I think Jaden Daniels needs more weapons on offense as well. Not quite there yet. It'll probably be next year, but Washington won't be a miserable watch. No way. Folks, thank you for watching. Holy cow. This was 30 minutes long. I don't think I'm going to edit it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're still watching right now, I really appreciate you. And we're going to do whatever we can. I'm going to do whatever I can to make these videos as enjoyable as possible, as entertaining, informative, whatever. But thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. Let me know your winners or losers from free agency. We'll see you guys soon.